Welcome to the Lost Lives Count, where we tally up victims in horror movies, anime, TV shows, also episodes that normally don't show kills, action flicks, music videos, and beyond. I am your host, William Prouty, and also known as who's not the Antichrist, also known as that Nexus. Welcome to the Lost Lives Count. I am actually doing today the Omen, released in 1976, directed by the director of The Goodies and Superman, Richard Donner himself. Honestly, he gave it all. I will actually cover the entire Omen franchise, even the prequel. Honestly, Richard Donner doesn't cover the freaking sequels and the freaking reboot. I actually did cover them, but I didn't do it as a lives lost count before, but I actually did it as a body count, but this time I'm doing justice. This time, because I'm actually doing right. This actually followed Damien Christ, who actually is replaced by his father when his father Robert, whose wife Kathleen doesn't know their real son died. After Damien revival, death begins, and the truth about the Antichrist. Honestly, Donna actually went through everything to actually get this established until he actually went to 20th Century Fox, and it actually got approved. And with this budget, it actually been the highest grossing film at $60 million worldwide, with a code production of how many deaths did Damien actually cause during his heritage to Satan? Let's find out and get to the numbers. Get to the lives lost. Begins with the 20th Century Fox and Harvey Berman and Mace Nutrim production, which, by the way, Mace Newman and Berhad actually help out Donner to actually get this film approved. Starred Gregory Peck, who actually died in 2003, who actually is in Spellbound, Hitchcock, Moby Dick in 2003 before he passed, and How to Kill a Mockingbird as Atticus Finch. And Lee Remick, who died in 1991. She played Dr. Zolan in Medusa Touch, and she appears in the first Omen as archival footage. She actually played Kathleen. And we actually have a white title card with a background and an upside down cross. Fun fact, the upside down cross wasn't used by the devil because it was assigned to the church of the devil because it was based on the guy who actually didn't want to be crucified the same way as Jesus Christ did. He would want to be crucified by being crucified upside down but by a upside down cross. And also, yeah, there are a lot of origins to everything. And we had David Warner. Honestly, David Warner played Keith Jennings, and he died in 2022. We got he back again. He from 2 previous lost lives count. Welcome to a 3rd. He played at David Lincoln in Waxworks, and he's Reverend Langley in Ice Cream Man. Honestly, Richard Donner actually did Lethal Weapon too. Written by David Seltzer. It was June 25th, 1976. It's a horror mystery R. 60 million on a 2.8 million budget. And the Academy Award for Best Score goes to Jerry Smith. Honestly, Robert Thorn honestly, to tell you the truth, Gregory Peck, before filming, he was influenced by his role. Gregory Peck, son, actually died of unaliving. We got Lee Remick as Catherine Thorn, Harvey Spencer Stevens as Damien. If you wondering how he got cast as Damien, but back, he attacked Donner during the auditions. I already mentioned why David Warner is up here. Billy Whiteclaw as Mrs. Baylock. And Patrick thought. And behind the scenes, it really was going to be the Antichrist and the birthmark before it was the Omen. Damien was almost Domelin after a Bradley Kid Seltzer knew. Stephen Hare was blonde. They dyed black for more sinister. The infant Babu scene was real. Leah Hemrick beard was genuine due to live animal attacking the car. Here the Omen curse. Gregory Peck was struck by lightning en route to the film. A crew member plane crash after being swapped out the last minute. Everyone died on board. RL bombing occurred near the filming location. Donner Hotel was bombed the day after the safari scene. Special effect director John Richardson was in a car crash filming his girlfriend was decapitated eerily in the mirror in the film. If you actually want to know, Jerry Smith haunted Ava Savie, chanting, hearing him, earning him an Oscar and Global. The Latin Hail Satan, adding to a cheer. And actually influenced Damien, Omen 2, The Final Conflict, Omen 4, The Awaken, The First Omen, the remake in 2006, released on June 6th. On June 6th of 2006, with Harvey Stevens' cameo as a journalist. Get 666, June 6th, on 2006. 666. Inspiring a short lived series, Damien. I will actually cover it soon. Help revive the 20th Fox century and pave a way to Star Wars. Playing Miss Baylock is Billy Whiteclaw. She died in 24, and she played Aga in Dark Crystal by Jim Henson. You're wondering why I'm not going to cover it as a horror review. I am not going to. Played Father Brett is Patrick Thoe. He actually played in Doctor Who, but Father Spiro. Honestly, he died in 98. He actually Patrick actually is also in Curse of Frankenstein, Phantom of the Opera, The Gorgon, and Scars of Dracula. Playing Father Spiro is Martin Benson, who actually died in 2010, and he only played Damien. He's only in Omen 2006 as a tabloid reporter. Oh yeah, Damien played by multiple actors. Yeah, there's so many actors that play Damien over the so Harvey did do Damien the Omen 2, The Final Conflict. So I will actually explain all the roles of each actor and actresses. At Omen 4 The Awaken, Jeff flipped the script where the reason why I do the stars roles is because, well, it's because I actually make the stars. I actually have to make because I actually had to introduce the stars early. It's actually Rome, June 6th at 6 a.m. 666. You guys are going to realize I'm going to reference this a lot. Robert came to see his kid, but his kid is dead. We never see the body of his actual real kid, so I can't count him. Robert can't tell his wife, so he actually had to buy a replacement baby. Well, he actually did a baby that he going to adopt. The mother, the baby's mother that he tried to replace died in the same month. That's not true because we actually found out in the first Omen. If you guys...
You can until Monday. Get your candies on Monday. The bills ain't very much. We're going to pay them Monday. They're not very much. Always pay bills, folks. Every month. Not always.
Now he gave the baby to his wife, but he actually got called that he become the ambassador, and they are making a path to Great Britain. He kisses Catherine to skip through the years. Now Damien missing, and they're talking about the president, and now they lost him. Damien was actually playing hide and seek, and Damien grew up and it's his birthday. This is where hell breaks loose. And Keith there take a picture of his nanny, and that's going to be a reference later. She sees a dog. She sees a dog. It's actually a hellhound of Damien's. Holly say, "Look at me," after call him and love on the edge of the line. It's all for you.
Oh, he's got a game. His new game. Oh no, they're not playing on something. Well, Michael's going to be here all day. But it's not when they're coming over.
Just like the line said again in 2006 and the first Omen. Holly jumped to his death at 13 minutes and 20 seconds. Everyone screamed, "It's not a good birthday for Damien." Kiva took a photo. Damien saw the dog, and waved. Robert knows his maid didn't use drugs. He meet Keith Jennings. Robert say he send the bill for the damages, and Father Brian come in and say he need to accept Jesus Christ as his Lord. He only can defeat the son of the devil. Now, He was there. He listened the birth of his son. He saw Damien's mother, and his own mother is the jackal, but we actually learn more in the first Omen about him and his real mother. I'll tell you more when I actually cover the first Omen. Father Brennan is dragged out. Kiva develops the photo. He sees how each of the victims die. Honestly, what actually happened is he took a photo of Holly, and the line around Holly's neck is actually the rope. Now Mrs. Baylock is the nanny for Damien, and the truth, she is an apostle of the devil, sent to protect Damien. She's still alright, and wonder how they actually found her. Now Mr. Baylock goes to see Damien, and Capri are confused. Sorry I got the name wrong. Oh wait, no I didn't. It's actually Catherine in this one, and Kathleen in 2006 Omen. Yeah, there is actually a difference. Now, she heard about the first nanny, because honestly, Catherine is actually, if you're actually wondering, Kathy is actually her nickname, if you're actually wondering. She heard about the first nanny, and she actually her references, but that's all bullshit. She's actually an apostle of the devil. Is she prone to lie? Honestly, Mrs. Baylock don't want him to go to church, and it won't actually stop them to take them to church. Honestly, Damien act normal until he went to the door. He scared to death, and he actually throw a fit. Well, now they go home, but Robert wondering why Damien never have a cold or chicken pox. He oddly healthy. And Robert actually went to his room and see a dog. Mrs. Baylock said beautiful. He's not happy because he doesn't want a dog because he actually wanted to get picked up and he wasn't gone, and she understand that he actually just he sit by Damien. Mother Kathleen take him to the bit and shriek. The baboon appear. This is the iconic scene. But honestly, here's what happened behind the scenes. To provoke the baboon, the handlers did not feed them the night before because they want them to be irritable aggressive. In title, initially they put a baby baboon in the car with Leah Remick, but it didn't trigger anything. The alpha baboon in the car, the rest of the troop went wild, and the baboon attacked the vehicles, and the fear Remick face was real. Tragically, due to the curse, the zookeeper was killed by the lion area of the safari park. The day after the filming scene added the eerie of the filming curse. Everything was a filming curse, and lightning strikes the plane. The cast and crew have a near fatal incident. They at the zoo, and they actually went to the monkeys while Robert C. Father Brown and the radio closed, and now the infamous scene. This scene actually scared Lee, the actress who played Catherine, who actually is traumatized by monkeys. She actually asked Robert to see a therapist, and Robert kissed her, and rugby match she actually lost. And Father Brand say, come alone, tell him to come alone, that your wife is in danger. Now Keith see a line drop through him, and Father Brennan fixing to die. Father Brennan now get. And Father say a quote from Book of Revelations. And Father Brennan say a quote from the Book of Revelation. When the Jews return to Zion, the common rips, and the Holy Empire rises, then you and I must die. From the eternal sea he will rise, create armies on shores, turn men against his brothers until men exist no more. Robert did not want to listen to his sermon, but Damien is the Antichrist. And also he actually learned that Kathleen is pregnant. And also Father Brand wanted him to get an abortion of his baby because, well, he is the real truth. Dame, this is why. And also, if you guys are sensitive, please skip the video. But if you're not, Damien is the Antichrist, and he's jealous of the unborn child. So he will kill the unborn child, then kill Catherine, then kill Robert. Then Father Brennan said, go to Badeo and see Bugatti, which I will talk about him more, who actually is played by Leo, who actually is in the sequel, but he didn't want to listen. Then the storm hit. Satan is after Brent, and the lightning struck the. And he ran to the church. It put to be hollow ground. He tried to find and bolt of lightning and falls and paled and killed him instantly at 44. The lightning rod of the church, which falls and impale him on his shoulder, and kill him at 44 minutes and 40. Holly Patience, actress Holly Patience, daughter of Jack Patience, portrayed the role. The film was a stunt double, but Patience eerily calm. Honestly, and deliver and forget. The rumors circulated about the drug use and a unenlivened note. But Robert Thorn denied them in the film. In the moment is so iconic, was recreated in 2006 remake and referenced in the first Omen. How reference? The freaking first death of the movie. The second death of the movie is honestly Doctor Who is actually Patrick Filstrate is the second actor who actually portrayed. The film was portrayed in the All Saints Church in Fultran, London, which still draw fans of the film. Keep drawing photographs. Film show a silent line over Brandon's body. It foreshadow his death. Impel his achieved with practical remains one of horror's memorable deaths. He drops dead. Damien get on Catherine's nerves with moving the pool table balls. She angry. Get out of here, Damien. She feels okay. Father Brand was right. Kathy is pregnant. And she doesn't want more kids. She wants an abortion. This is a sensitive topic. I don't want... Robert get a call from Keith about Father Brand's death after he actually saw the newspaper. Don't worry, Father Brand is back in the reboot 2006 and the prequel. And I don't know about the short-lived Damien. I will actually check that out soon. Now, Catherine thinks the child is evil. She thinks that Damien isn't hers. And Robert won't agree to an abortion. He must see something. Damien playing with his strike. But Mr. Baylon want him playing with his trike, and Mr. Baylon want him to kill the baby. And this scene is dreaded because Now, hanging on the ledge, and she had to bleed, and the baby gone. Honestly, this is one of my lives lost counts. Most controversial lives lost count. Tricky. Babies do get counted on the lives lost counts, but unless they're born, I can't count it if it's in the baby in the womb or they're already died before the movie start. So I can't count the unborn. She lost it, and Robert says she's still alive, and if Robert did told he would save Kathleen, but he kissed her, and Kathleen say, "Don't let him kill me." He kissed her, and it's all right. And he actually goes back up and see the aftermath accident. He see Mrs. Baylock and the dog. Wait, the dog is still there? I thought Mrs. Baylock say remove him. He goes back to sleep. Now it's actually Keith Jennings. He want to see the death of the priest. And there's one more thing. Father Brand is real with cancer, so he wanted to be forgiven. And now we actually learn about the 3 6s. 666. The birth. And the Bible pages across his room with 4 crosses. And now the entry. And now, honestly, it's actually 5 years ago. His son was born on the 6th month, on the 6th day, at 6 a.m. 666. Now it's a problem. Now his death. Now Jennings' death is not next, because there's another death going to be next. He actually he wanted Damien to be looked at by Mrs. Horton, but Mrs. Baylock said Mrs. Horton is gone. This is how it is. And they took the dog away this morning. Liar. 5 years ago, the hospital burned down. Everything is destroyed. The birth was torched. But also, Father may die and take. If I can't count them, because if she goes in the elevator, they drove up, and also keep actually figure out what it is. Eternal see me in politics, like a president we know of. Now they surrounded Father Sestrello. He comatose. He only talks when he does only speak. The 3 6s is the sign of the devil attacking. Where is his mother? And it's a cemetery, Savani. Now they actually go, and now they arrive to this ceremony. They arrive at the cemetery so they can search for the grave of. And they actually found Robert's son's grave and the mother of Damien. They actually found Damien's mother, but it's a jackal. but the truth and the son that killed. But that's not actually true. Damien's real mother was revealed in the first Omen. And we see the son, but he died before the first movie, so I can count. Now, the Hellhounds are chasing them. They attacked Keith, and Robert got trapped on the gate. Now they're in the car, and he called Kathleen. Kathleen had to leave London and do what he told. And she actually is getting dressed, and Mrs. Baylock is there, and Mrs. Baylock throw Kathleen window and kill her instantly at 1 hour 24. Lead actress prays to perform a descendant mother from terrified mother to terrified, from loving mother to terrifying victim. The hospital window stunt that was performed by a professional stunt woman. Kathleen's death was the most shocking moment of the film, criminating the Omen reputation for the sudden and violent death. I mean, there is more violent deaths in the Omen. According to Deathless Wiki, her death is on the list as a fractured bone, skull, neck from fall. Kathleen's death is referenced later entries of fracture, including the 2006 remake. Honestly, her actual remake death is actually different. And the Omen. Well, the first Omen actually have a different. They show her actual death. It marks the turning point in the film. Robert fully accepts David's true nature, Kathleen's death, and Robert's life changed after her death. He believed that the time to go to he said it will be Armageddon as soon as Damien grow up. He went to Hagen. He wrote here in Jerusalem. The actor plays one role. He actually played quote, Brian said before he died, Carl Buhagen is an archaeologist that based in Tel Aviv, Israel. He portrayed by Leo McKay, who actually reprised his role in Damien the Omen 2, making him the only actor who played the same character in the original Omen. Yeah, I am not joking. The scene where in Israel adding obviously to the biblical and arcadic themes. Buhagen's character is inspired by real-life archaeology scholar and biblical experts. His name Buhagen is a nod to John Buhagen, a Lutheran reformer known for the place where Christianity begins. Margot, Magito. Now, Robert get the sacred knives. Honestly, in he must do it in sacred now. As soon as he put it in Damien, it will form a cross. He must actually cut the hair of Damien and reveal the birthmark 666. Honestly, Robert actually go every inch of his body, but the 666 is under his hair. And now want to kill him, and Robert won't do it. He won't do it because he actually don't want to kill a child. He goes and finds the car. The car comes down and a glass plane slide off and decapitate the keep 1 hour 33 minutes and 58 seconds. The decapitation scene created using practical effect and slow motion cinematography. One of the iconic deaths of the 1970s. This death is one of my favorites because honestly, I actually love this death. Donner used realism. The plane glass was rigged to fly with precise. The scene were inspired by a real-life tragedy. Liz Moore, a special effects designer, was decapitated accident shortly filming was wrapped. The film production was plagued by really incidents. It's a good practical effect, and he flies home. Robert going to take out Damien. Robert hears the dog, but Mrs. Bigelow lied because she actually says she actually made the dog gone. Now he hears the dog is trapped in the cellar. Now Kathleen and the scissor, and fun fact that Harvey was blonde. Donner dyed to make it more sinister. I already talked about that. And now it's time, and behind his hair is 666. He is the Antichrist. Now Bela attack. She actually ran, and she actually stabbed him with neck with a carved fork at 1 hour 43 minutes and 41 seconds. They actually fought for the longest time until she actually get the curved fork. I don't know why. Honestly, it took this long to actually fight with her, and honestly, it's actually a carbon fork. Portrayed by Billy, a British actress, the intense performance. Directed Donner actually instructed Whiteclaw to play Baylock with quiet menace rather than over evil, making her more unsettling. The death scene were practical effects that stuck core stunts to make the struggle feel real, raw, and desperate. Whiteclaw's performance was so convincing, Donner called her the scariest woman on screen. I agree. In 2006 remake, Mr. Baylock, played by Mia Farrow, died differently. I actually erased it from my script because I don't want to spoil how she died. Her character is of the most iconic evil caretaker, influenced later roles in film like The Others and Hereditary. Gregory Peck took the role shortly after his. I already mentioned that Donna actually do the ending. And honestly, in the final scene, Donna actually took the scene and something nasty, and the film was the ending was cut from Africa due to religious and political, and the verse of Revelation 13:18 was chosen to reinforce a biblical horror theme that Damien. Now it's Damien. He kicked him and he drive to the church, and the cops follow him to the church, kicking, screaming, and Robert going to kill Damien with the sacred daggers, and he says, "I'm sorry to the Lord," and at 1 hour, 46 minutes and 35 seconds, Robert dies on a gunshot off screen. It ends with Robert's funeral, and Damien is funeral with the president and the first lady, and he's smiling. And it also ends with a Bible verse from Book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 18. With, "Here is the wisdom. Let him have understand, count the number of the beast, for it's the number of the man, and his number is 666. How many kills did the Omen have? How many lives lost did the Omen have? Let's find out and get to the numbers. It's all for you, subscribers. It's all for you. Let's get to the numbers. 6 lives lost in the Omen. Wait, 6? 666. I did that joke. 3 males and 3 females. At my first even, with a break time of 111 minutes, we got lives lost every hour at 8.5 minutes. With the great acts of execution, I give it to Keith. His practical death is actually a slow motion, and his head is actually a practical head. It's actually a good decapitation. It's actually a really good death. And actually it looked good, even today. The whippy axe go to Robert, who actually got killed off screen. I actually don't like this death, and that's it. The Omen was released in 1976, and it actually got the sequel, Damien the Omen 2, which have more kills. I will actually do that next week. But upcoming Friday, the last week of this last week, I will actually do Megan 2.0. Have a good day. Bye.